flew free and fired up for this week's team fight breakdown between two teams itching to make it into playoffs. One of them touted as a super team coming into this season, whereas the other is a bunch of old-timers looking to show they've still got it. So, without further ado, let's jump into Astralis versus Vitality. So today we're going to be looking at an experienced roster built in spring versus a roster built in summer, the new fresh sort of style. And essentially we're going to talk about cohesion, communication, and everything along those lines of teamwork. Usually the team that has better cohesion leads to more success. As such, we need to look at the fight from 23 minutes and the minutes onwards from this point. So we start this play with Haru just taking the Drake and getting caught out as he heads towards the Baron, and he is forced to ult. Alongside this, Vizicachi TPs in on the flank. Heka is stunned up by Viego and killed while the Ornn from said flank picks off the Senna with his ultimate, taking out the ADC. Now, Astralis have taken out the jungler and obviously the bot laner for Vitality, which leads them to have a couple of options that would be very successful. One, reset, spend the gold that they've just gained from 2 kills, buy wards and claim the vision around the Baron, which they could very easily take. 2 is take said Baron instead of reset. The jungler for Vitality is dead. You have a smite on the board, they do not. You've used one of your engage ultimates, but you've still got a very good team fight in a 5v3. Vitality could try to stall you off it, and if they do, you just back up. Nothing is gained other than the 2 kills. Nothing is, however, lost. But if you do get the big purple worm, you have to look at what there is available to you. 2 standing tier 2 turrets is the reward. Let's be honest, maybe an inhib turret at most, but you're still getting a 5k gold lead. You could use the Baron to build up to next Drake, which you take, puts you onto Soul Point, and it stops Vitality getting Soul. That will keep the tempo in favor of Astralis for about 5 minutes of this game. Let's be honest, that would be huge, and it will keep them scaling as Ornn would build up his ornaments and levels and keep the Astralis team strong. However, we do not see this. What we end up seeing is 2 failed attempts at baiting and killing Vitality, and that just leads to Vizicachi inevitably getting caught out by the respawning members of Vitality, leading to a shutdown and gold into their back pockets for the bees. We then fast forward a little bit on as we come in for a 4-man wipe in favor of Vitality as they communicate effectively with the play to punish Astralis, who are playing in a 3-man. Obviously, what Astralis are trying to do is slow down the play as Rakan uses his charm, uses the quickness to lock down and stop the 4-man, while Vizicachi and Deo try to come into the play. However, some crisp mechanics out of the Hecarim essentially stops the Ornn from participating in the fight, and the cleanest of Gnar ult secures the win in this fight for Vitality, who are on the same wavelength throughout it all as Perks, using his dash forward, baiting out the Ornn, Haru's Heka, taking him out of the fight, and then as all of Astralis group up, a perfect play from Alfari to clean it all It's just crisp, clean mechanics, while teamwork and obviously communication leads to this play going in the Vitality favor that obviously leads to them winning this game. Lastly, I just want to say Astralis really shouldn't have lost this game, as it's just their communication and or decisiveness was very bad in a critical stage of the game. And honestly, I need to look if they've got a mic check for that moment, because realistically it was pretty bad. But with this team fight and basically section of the game broken down, I want to thank you very much for joining me. If you have enjoyed this breakdown, leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new and if you want to, and I'll see you guys for the predictions for the upcoming week's action. See you guys then.